Hi, and welcome back to the Christian Struggle with me, your girl, Amalia Stowe. So this week, this is going to be my second week doing my weekly struggle, and this is what I struggled with this week. And I'm actually putting this video up again. This week I'll have two videos because I'm 1 week behind, so I want to get on track. Ideally, I want the weeks to go by, on the weekend post what I struggle with that week, and then, record on the weekend how I struggled that week, and then possibly post Monday or Tuesday. That's what I want to do, and hopefully I can get on track, and that's what will happen. So pray for me and that happens. So I want to again talk about my weekly struggle, and just to go elaborate a little bit more, I started this channel. God put it on my heart to start this channel because I feel like Christians have this stigma that we're like these perfect shiny people, or that we pretend to be these perfect shiny people. And you know, just when I see other Christians, you just see all the good, and people aren't posting the bad, the ugly, the fact that we get upset with God, we question God, that we're just regular people living our regular lives and struggling through life and struggling through Christianity. And I feel like that's not how the world perceives us. They feel like we are held to a higher standard than everybody else, and as we should be to a certain extent, because to whom is much given, much is required, you know. So when God gives us, he requires of us. So it is okay that people want to hold us to this standard, and we should try to live up to that standard, but it's unrealistic to always live up to that standard. Nobody is perfect but Jesus Christ. So that is why I want to share my flawed journey with God and show you that I'm just a regular person. I'm just struggling through everything just like you, and I just have someone that helps me through it every step of the way and that loves me even though I'm flawed. So my weekly struggle for last week was that I was just a hot mess, and I would consider myself like disobedient into what God tells me to do and what God has called me to do. So one of the main things that that God has called me to do, and it's kind of two things that I struggled with last week, but one in particular that I'm going to share more with, but I feel like I need to give you a little bit more background on the second thing. So, which I've told you guys before. So I'm in school, and God told me to go back to school about a few years ago. And so I'm in school, and I'm not an academic. I don't like school, and I struggle with school all the time, and that'll be another video of how much I really do struggle with school and how much work it really takes out of me. And so last week, well, for a couple weeks now, I've been really behind in school, and this last week I said, okay, if you don't catch up this week, you're gonna be in trouble. You're either gonna fail the class, or you're just not gonna finish, and you're still gonna get a F. Either way, it's gonna be bad. So you really need to buckle down this week, and you need to do your homework. Well, the week was set up where I set up the week where I was like, okay. And so I go to group on Wednesdays. Not that that's a big hindrance to my school, you know, but there's always things that are going on. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that, I'm not gonna do that, because I need to focus on school this week. And so when they canceled Bible study, which is group Bible study, it's kind of similar. I don't want to go too much into that because that's not what the video is about. I normally go to group Bible study on Wednesday nights, and they had canceled that, so I was like, okay, that's another thing I don't have to worry about, and I have that extra time to do homework. So just every little time, because I really needed to catch up on my homework. And so as I'm procrastinating through my homework and just through life, I got a text message. In our church is expanding, and they need a lot of volunteers in a lot of different areas, and I love photography and video, so I actually started volunteering on the production team, which does the photography and the video for our church. And since I've joined the group, everybody in the group has equipment. Everyone else also loves video and photography. More than half of the group are actually professional photographers outside of the church, and so it's been really dope to learn from them so many things. But it's also like hard sometimes, and there goes Amalia with her insecurities. You know, you just don't feel like you're good enough, and you're like, you know, I almost feel like sometimes I hold the team back versus helping. And so they had sent out a text message to the group saying, hey, on Wednesdays, we have a bunch of interviews and a bunch of headshots of a bunch of people that we need to do. We need all hands on deck who can come in and volunteer. And I was just like, I responded to the group. I was like, my skill level is not good. I feel like I will be more of a hindrance than an actual assistance. And they were super kind and encouraging. They're like, no, either way, come, because you're never going to get better if you don't just come and participate and learn more. And I was like, okay, I thought about it. And then in the back of my mind, I'm like, you have school. Like, don't go. Like, you have school. So, and that was my justification. Like, you have school, don't go. So I said I would go, but in the back of my mind, I kept telling myself, like, you don't gotta go. You have school, right? So I decided not to go, and I'm on Wednesday, I'm driving home after work, and it's right, it was right at the hours that I finished work, and it's right next to my work. So it's like no excuse not to go, but again, I'm justifying in my head why, and I'm like you have so much homework, and you know what, so don't worry about it. And so I'm driving home, and then, you know, I just felt like God be like, really, you're not gonna go? And I was like, God, no, I'm gonna go home and do my homework. And you know what, and it's the week of Easter, right? So like I said, it was last week, so it's the week of Easter, and I'm like, oh, I would love to do nothing more than to like do something for the church and do something for you, because you died for us this week, you know. So I want to be a better Christian, I want to be a better person. So I'm not gonna go today, I'm already on my way home, God, but if another opportunity presents itself, I'm gonna go. And sure enough, that evening when I get home, I didn't do my homework, so then I felt even more horrible, but I was like, And then I get a text message saying, hey, we still need to do more things tomorrow. Whoever can come in and help, it would be greatly appreciated. And I was like, God's really holding me to this. Oh God, if there's another opportunity this week, I will serve. And guess what? Your girl still did not serve. I was like, Thursday, I was like, you still didn't do your homework yesterday. Now you're still behind. So you really need to not do anything else and stay home and do your homework. And now on Thursday, I did stay home and do my homework, and I met my deadline and I submitted that. However, I still, because I didn't do everything that I should have done Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I ended up having to drop one of my classes. So one, I was able to do most of my catch up, and the other one I had to drop. So just in overall, I felt like I struggled with school, which is what God told me to do, and I really struggled and failed my people with helping out and volunteering, you know, and the commitment that I made to the church, because it's the commitment that I made to God. So we are flawed people and we make mistakes, but God still loves me. And then there was actually an opportunity to serve this Sunday, which is Baptism Sunday. And so far I volunteered at every Baptism Sunday, but I will be out of town this weekend doing something with my son. So he has a tournament that I have to take him to. So unfortunately I can't go, but I definitely, next time that there is an opportunity, I'm going to serve and I'm going to redeem myself. And I just want to share that was my weekly struggle this week. So thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything else you guys want to hear or see. You know, I feel like I'm finally starting to get into my groove. I know, I feel like I've said that twice, but I'm really serious this time. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you guys get something out of it. If you get nothing else, know that, you know what, I'm a hot mess, and if you ever feel like a hot mess, watch this video to remind yourself of how horrible I am and that you're probably doing better than me. So I hope you have a blessed day and take care. Bye.